Hey everyone, skull902 here along with my buddy Trip.
Hello there, buds.
And today it's going to be NHL simulations again. Now it's going to be a little different than it was last time, or the last few times rather. Usually at the beginning of every NHL season, we have ourselves a simulation series in NHL 98 for the Genesis between our home teams, the Detroit Red Wings for me, the Dallas Stars for him. And that's always been a pretty fun occurrence. Um,
Oh yeah,
But today we're commemorating two different events going on. You know, it's not the beginning of the NHL season anymore. We're right in the middle, and the All-Star game is coming up on Saturday. Today is the first day of the All-Star break, uh, even.
indeed.
That's one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pit the Eastern and Western conferences against each other for the All-Star game, and then afterward, uh, ice hockey at the Winter Olympics has opened today, and we're also going to commemorate the Winter Olympics by doing ourselves a little five-game series between the three international teams uh, during or that are in the game. So it should be an interesting time. Trip, do you agree?
I absolutely agree. I am very much looking forward to this, mainly due to the fact that there is no chance of the Stars losing this time, so I can just be completely, laid back and careless and just happy to watch some hockey and hang out with you and everyone in chat.
Hell yeah. And you know, that's one of the things I actually wanted to point out too is that Trip and I are actually rooting for the same teams this time. Uh, because
Yes.
yeah, because all the Red Wings and Stars are in the Western Conference in this game, so we'll respectively be rooting for the West, and then we're both from the United States, so you know we're going to be rooting for the U.S. of A. in the Olympics. So hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Although
so
I kind of have a soft spot for Canada, though. I'm not really sure why.
yeah, you know, I live pretty fucking close to Canada, so I can say that I have a bit of a soft spot for them too. Hello, Sai Patel. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Sai Patel, how you doing?
I'm sorry that he had to greet you with a burp.
I'm sorry.
All right, but with with that all out of the way, with those introductions, no more static screen. It's time to actually get ourselves into the game here.
Yes, sir.
For the first game, of course, again, we're going to be doing the All-Star game, which should be a fun time. Hopefully.
Should be a fun time.
Indeed. All right, so we got everything going on here. Trip, uh, we are in need of some assistance from you.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna determine which team uh, gets home advantage in the All-Star game. So, uh, do you have your quarter ready?
I do have my quarter ready.
All right, cool. Also, welcome Wild Style. Uh, Sai, I'll get to your question after the home advantage thing. I'll call the sides. So heads for the East, tails for the West.
All right. You want me to go ahead and flip it?
Yep.
All right. It is tails.
All right. So the Western Conference then will get home advantage in this game. Though not that it matters all too much, but you know. Here we go.
Just to, I guess, it's an easy way to decide it.
Yeah. Uh, Sai, to answer your question, I've been pretty all right. Honestly, just listening to myself right now, it sounds like I'm even less stuffy than I was just a couple days ago, so that's nice. Welcome to the stream, Cody. Trip, I'm sorry, you were like right about to answer that question.
I was. um, I'm doing fine too. I'm glad that you are feeling better. I can tell that you sound much better than your most recent update video. It's almost night and day. I'm
Oh,
glad
wow.
you're feeling better.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome there, bud.
All right. East versus West. It's the All-Star game. It's starting right now.
Oh, Canada.
Trip. It was the Star Spangled Banner playing before the game started.
But it always plays at the Detroit and Dallas game, so why not here?
It is like it's like fucking 80% of the games will start off with "Oh Canada," no matter where the game is being played.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. Speaking of the national anthems, actually, I do have the national anthems ready from the Wikipedia pages for said national anthems to play for the winner of the gold medal later.
Are you gonna sing it for us?
They don't usually sing them during medal
Oh.
presentations, so I did seek out instrumental versions and whatnot, or whatnot. Uh, so yeah. Ooh, shit! That was almost a goal against the West. Holy fuck! They saved that.
Oh yeah, it was. Got really close to the line there, and they almost had a one-timer.
Hell yeah. Wildstyle says, I'm in a snowstorm right now. It's been going on since 1 a.m. Yeah, I think, like, if I'm not mistaken, the wave of winter weather has been going from around, like, New Mexico up into the northeast and probably in parts of eastern Canada as well. So that's like 70% of the country or something like that. It's been nuts.
The entire state of Arkansas has been covered with snow and ice, and luckily no real problems have been going on here. Although I did see on the news there is a an 18-wheeler dangling from the one of the interstates.
Oh God.
Luckily, nobody was injured during the accident. Luckily, but it very scary situation, I could imagine.
Yeah. Holy fuck. But yeah, I've been getting a shitload of snowfall. Rabbit had an ice storm. So lots of stuff's been going on. They had like a big warning for North Texas, I remember seeing. So it's been almost all over the country. Basically, the only person who hasn't been affected has been like KN. So so yeah. Cody, I hope that you're enjoying that sticky note that came in. And then Wildstyle says my college had to close today and tomorrow too.
Same here.
It's getting pretty bad for some places, certainly.
I got to sleep in today, and you know what? I'm happy.
Hey, nice. All right, through one period of action, the shots are pretty even. This is a competitive game here, 10-7 in favor of the West, and 0 goals apiece.
Hockey is one of the very few sports that can stay entertaining while being scoreless.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can you imagine how fucking boring a basketball game would be if the score was 0-0?
Oh God, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, all the excitement in basketball is like the scoring. So.
Mm-hmm. And just like the pure athleticism of the players, because you need to be athletic in basketball to be able to put that big orange ball into the slightly bigger orange hoop. So
exactly. Scores. The West leads 1-0. That's Tony Amani's goal.
Oh, good job there, Tony.
And he was assisted by Jason Arnott, who I believe was a star at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
You know the rosters in this game better than I do, so.
Oh, fuck. Own goal. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
West scored against itself. It's credited to Eric Lindros.
Probably one of those Stars players on the West.
I don't know. Tony Amani was a player for the Chicago Blackhawks at the time.
Oh. I see.
What the hell were we talking about before?
You know what? Good question. I think we're I think we were talking about basketball and how much it would suck if teams wouldn't score.
Yeah, basketball. And you were talking about the athleticism that.
Yes, you've got to have some form of athleticism to shoot the ball or even make a layup. Like
Yeah,
just a little bit of athleticism. And if an entire team lacks said athleticism, that's sad.
yeah, and it also requires a lot of running. You got to
Oh
constantly
yeah,
go up and down the court. So you got to
you got to be conditioned.
yeah, you got to keep yourself a good pace and do your
Mhm,
cardio and whatnot, so you can do that without getting gassed.
absolutely. Actually, I have the. I think I showed you my tiny red, white, and blue ball that I bought at Target.
I think you told me about it.
Mhm.
But it was after I'd prompted you with a thing about a red, white, and blue ball. How I always wanted one.
Oh yeah, now I have one right here.
Yeah, I don't know if you sent me a picture, but I know that you have one.
Yes, it's not in the same traditional pattern of the red, white, and blue ball though, like in the ABA, because it would be like red, white, blue, white, red, white. Like white would be every other
Okay, so is it
thing.
like the top of the ball is red and the bottom is blue and the middle is white?
And kind of, it's just weird. They didn't really have a specific pattern
Okay,
for it.
so they just kind of put it on indiscriminately instead of making it a pattern.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how they did it.
Gotcha. Wild Style says, "Oh, I'm back on the topic of the national anthems. Can you please sing them?" I mean, the European one does have lyrics, but I have no idea what they are. So if they end up winning the gold medal, then I won't be able to. Uh, but I guess if you guys insist.
There's a European anthem. Does that even count as a national anthem?
I guess it wouldn't, but I know the European Union doesn't necessarily represent all of Europe, but like it's the closest thing because the team here is just Europe, as opposed to any actual European country. So that's what we get if they win the
Yeah.
medal. Uh, all right, competitive game. Even though the West made a huge fucking blunder, it's 1-1. Shots are still in favor of the West, 20-15. Third period. Let's go.
Let's go. It's about the Mets, baby. We love the Met. Wait, wrong sport.
The Western Conference has a power play to open up the period.
Somebody did a naughty and got himself in the penalty box.
Indeed, it was a goalie interference on Adam Oates, who was a player for the Capitals at the time.
You don't mess with the goalie, bud.
Nah, certainly not.
I sent you a picture of the basketball. It's a little bit blurry, but you should see the color pattern pretty well.
All right, I'll have a look after the game ends, or the period, because this very well could go to overtime.
Well, understandable there, bud.
Yeah.
Just casually awaits the arrival of Georgia.
She might show up. You never know.
She could be asleep, but she might.
I don't think she is. Because I was
She
talking
is.
with her not too long ago. Welcome, Tuxic.
Oh, it's the Tootsie there, bud.
Welcome to the stream.
If anybody has name suggestions for my Canadian character here, that'd be great. I think Canadian guy is a little bit too too generic.
Well, Canada Guy is a good name, but yeah, we'll see.
We could just name him Tim, honestly.
Tim.
Yeah.
First name Tim, last name Moose.
Tim Moose.
Tim Moose.
Oh, yes, I love it there. I was raised in Manitoba. About. Oh, wait, no, Josh wanted me to say a boot.
Yeah.
I can't get myself to say a boot. That doesn't feel natural at all.
No, it doesn't. We got to fight for it behind the net. The East comes up with it. Oh, but the West steals in the neutral zone, and it looks like we're going to overtime.
As per usual for some of these games.
Yeah, it's kind of disproportionate how often these games go to overtime. Here, Wildstyle, I'll show your comment there. Make a foul, get the penalty. Indeed. Let's see, some suggestions for the names. Tuxic said Eric. Wildstyle said Wayne. So we've got Eric and Wayne as well. So there's...
As in Wayne Gretzky. That's not a bad suggestion, actually.
Yeah, not a terrible one at all. I see what you mean. Yeah, they did just kind of slap the colors on there. It's not even at all. What the fuck? And it was made by Wilson. They're the company that should have, they're professionals. They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the official basketball distributor of the NBA now.
Yeah, they've got the NBA and the NCAA.
You could tell they just really didn't care because it's just a retail ball.
Yeah.
I got this for like $10 at Target, so it's not much value in it. But
it's like a little party basketball.
Yeah, pretty much. I bought this for the sole reason for when it gets warmer. I'm gonna probably record a video with a friend of mine, comparing this to a regular basketball.
Gotcha.
Just for the hell of it.
Nifty. The West definitely owned the offense in the third period. The shot differential opened up wide, I should say. But it did not result in any goals. So let's see if either team scores in overtime.
Let's see. Now remember, everybody, when you're in the overtime period, the next goal wins.
Indeed, it is sudden death rules in overtime.
I love the. I just want to point this out before the game ends. I love the colors for the uniforms here, the East and West.
Yeah.
The West, the pink, and then the teal for the East.
Yeah, it was very interesting that they went with non-traditional colors in the 90s. For the conferences, East was teal, West was purple. A very 90s color palette.
Yeah.
I have to say. And then later on in the decade, when they changed the All-Star game to be North America versus the world, that's around the time the conference colors changed to blue and red, which is a better look, but it's still kind of interesting that they made it the 90s tastic colors.
Yeah. I didn't know they had a North America versus the world.
Yeah, that was the format for the All-Star game for 4 years or so. Then they changed it back to East versus West, which I think makes the most sense.
I know the NBA kind of does something like that. They have more than one game for All-Star break, and one of them I think is USA versus the world.
Yeah. Welcome, Eli. Welcome
Hello.
to the stream.
Nice to meet you.
Eli has been one of my oldest friends. I've known her for just a little bit less time than I've known Rabid, so that should
Oh.
Yeah, that should be a good indicator of of how long we've been friends.
Oh, jeez. I'm kind of surprised I'm just now being introduced.
And she started becoming a regular last month.
Wow. Well, welcome back, bud.
Yeah. Here's some skull902 lore, actually.
Oh.
Eli there is the first person on the internet to give me a voice acting job.
Really?
Yep.
You have done us a great service, Eli. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the show never came to fruition, but I was cast as Sonic and Shadow in her show, and that's how we met.
Ooh. Interesting.
Welcome to the stream, Dennis. Who asks, "Did you get the 7 Chaos Emeralds?" Yeah. I got the 7 Chaos Pucks. I will become Super Hockey.
Not even Super Skull, just Super Hockey.
Yeah, it's just Super Hockey.
So I guess anybody who gets the 7 Chaos Pucks can become Super Hockey. It's just there's just no rules.
Yeah, they transcend the sport. Speaking of the sport, we somewhat anticlimactically end in a tie for the All-Star game. It's one against one, and the East's goal was a fucking result of a blunder from the West. So god damn it.
Well, what are we gonna do about it, bud?
Yeah, we got 5 more games to go here, so it's a little disappointing, but at the same time, there's still plenty of fun to go on. Dennis loves Super Hockey. Check that out. And then Tuksik said, "Hello, Kimono Girl, Dennis." Yeah, part of the prestigious dance group.
What?
Okay,
I'm missing something there.
The Kimono Girls are NPCs in Pokemon Gen 2. And when I was doing that section of my Crystal run, Dennis came in and proclaimed himself to be one of them. Yeah. So there's our period stats in terms of shots and goals. So have a look at our player stats. Well, I guess there's not really much, but
Yeah. See, the problem here was Sergei Fedorov wasn't playing, so that he could have carried the West to a 5-1 victory, but obviously that didn't happen.
I mean, honestly, let's have a look at that, because I'm fairly certain he would have been on the West's All-Star thing, so...
I certainly would hope so.
Alright, so that's the East. This is the West, so let's have ourselves a look. See, Steve Yzerman's on there, Jason Arnott, as we said, Brett Hull, who was a star at the time. No, actually, Fedorov isn't on the... Interesting.
Huh. Alright, everyone, I need to make a proclamation here. Everyone go onto Twitter and post the hashtag boycott NHL 98 for not having Fedorov as as an all-star.
Yeah, Eli, it has been a really long time.
Y'all are old.
Yeah, we are old. That's, let's see. 13 years, that's... Oh, like, that's just about half of my life.
Whew.
Dennis says, "I didn't know you were a hockey guy, my dude." Oh, dude, I fucking love hockey. Hockey is my... Like, I'm a sports guy in general. Like, football and basketball are ones that I don't really have as much knowledge of, but I still follow. Baseball and hockey, especially, are like my 2 main points of interest.
Yeah.
And then Trip's kind of like that with
all of them.
Yeah, football is obviously the biggest, I would think, and then hockey's probably afterward, right? Or is it basketball?
It's more so hockey. Like basketball nowadays has kind of dwindled in its quality of play, but hockey is still hockey. So
yeah.
I'd say so.
Gotcha. Let's get to some of these things here. Have either of you made an EXE version of your character avatar? I have not. No.
I couldn't say so. No.
Okay. Trip. We need you again.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to
Yep. All right. I'm gonna do this alphabetically. So our first game is gonna be Canada and Europe. So for the Olympics here in this round robin, who gets home advantage? Heads Canada, tails Europe.
All right, here we go. Everyone, pray for heads. Ow! It hit me in the face.
Oh no!
I'm gonna reflip that. It hit me in the face. I'm gonna reflip it one more time. Shit, it's tails. Okay.
Okay, so I don't need to make any adjustments here then?
Nope.
So, alright. Canada and Europe. Let's go. This is gonna be a round-robin format. That means each of the teams faces each other once. After that's done, the team that did best will automatically go to the gold medal game. and the two teams on the bottom will play, and the loser gets the bronze medal. The winner of that game goes to the gold medal game. Tiebreakers will be determined by who won against the other team, and if not, then it'll be the goal differential, or the amount of goals scored, I guess.
Okay, well, Skull's ready to start his own league. He's got the rules down and everything.
I didn't put much thought into this before starting the stream, but honestly, when the teams are only playing 2 games, you got to have tiebreaker procedures.
I agree there, bud.
Wildstyle says try spinning the coin on the table next time.
Nah, it's fine. That was just a one-time thing.
Gotcha. Let's see. Tukesik says, my soul is old. I'm a boomer trapped in a Gen Z body. That's an interesting way of putting things.
What?
Well,
could I ask if you were to elaborate for us, please? That's a little bit of a... That kind of confuses me just a little bit.
Yeah, that is, again, an interesting way of putting things. Wildstyle says, I recently drew one for my character and it looks awesome and scary. Oh, I saw that! You tagged me on Twitter. Interesting. I'm sorry, my mind is stupid and I can't do words sometimes.
Same.
Did they do Hockey Jet? I only knew about Baseball, Sonic, and Amy.
I don't think I've heard of Hockey Jet.
It's interesting if they did.
Quite a few people in the one of the social circles I'm in are very much into Sonic Forces Speed Battle, so I've heard of plenty of the skins or outfits in that game. I do not recall a hockey outfit.
Dennis, does that mean you're cheering for the European team here because they have green?
They almost resemble the stars.
They got like the North Stars colored green, actually, like the bright green and the yellow going on. Tuksik says, to put it in the basic way, although I grew up with new things, I enjoy older things much more. Video games, movies, and music. I can understand that to a degree.
Same. Yeah, I kind of feel that.
Most of the games that I play are older ones. There's very few modern video games I feel like I'm actually interested in playing. So,
I have a PS5, right? And I play my GameCube more than that, so I totally know. I totally know what you mean.
Europe scores. Short-handed, if I'm not mistaken, actually. That's Alex Mogilny. I don't remember what team that he was playing. It was short-handed. Holy fuck.
Oh.
1-0 Europe in the first period here. But yeah, about the GameCube. Fucking love the GameCube.
Oh yeah, love the GameCube. I'm words. I want to buy some more games for my GameCube, but they're really hard to come by, especially for like a decent price. I want to buy the OG Sonic Riders because that game's like a classic to me. It's like one of my favorites.
I'd be interested in trying that out just purely out of curiosity. I don't think I would like it too much, but you know, I'm a huge Sonic fanboy, so.
Dude, Riders has like one of the best aesthetics I have ever seen in any form of media. It's great.
The official art's fun. I think that the characters in the game are kind of a little lanky for my personal taste, but like it's not the worst thing in the world either.
The music's great. The overall aesthetic's great. It's I don't know why. It just hits me right in the feels.
That's fair. Okay, first period's over. Europe leads Canada 1-0. Canada is beating them in the shots right now, 15-7, but it has not resulted in any goals. Let's see. Wild Style said they played baseball in Sonic X. Hell yeah.
They did.
And Dennis says I am 100% not lying. Oh man, I gotta see Hockey Jet at some point. I will try to remember after the stream, and maybe during Q&A we could just have a picture of him with the
just have him like right there in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, we can put up a picture of Hockey Jet and then the flag of whatever team wins.
And then we will canonize the fact that Jet comes from that very country.
Oh, of course. And then Tuxik says, I agree. I grew up with things like the PS4 and the Xbox One, but I will always have a special place in my heart for the SNES and the Sega Genesis. I totally get you on that point because, like, I always say that I got into video games when I was 7 with my Super Nintendo for Christmas, and that was like when the GameCube was coming out. So I totally get you on that point right there.
Oh yeah, bud.
And then Dennis and Wildstyle are also enthusiastic about the original Sonic Riders.
If I ever get it, I will 100% stream it, either like on my channel or somewhere else. But yeah, that's yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I definitely kind of desire a larger variety in the things that I stream. So, I got Josh doing games. Rabid's done games. You're gonna do Star Fox Adventures later this year, so I wouldn't mind you doing more.
Yeah, I actually got really excited when we started talking about other games that I could stream on here, and I was just like, yes.
Oh, for sure. Let's get the second period underway for this one.
Here we go, bud. Sonic Free Riders is evil. Ask Vinny, says Wildstyle. That's the one that came out for like the Xbox Kinect, I think.
Yeah, that was the 360 game with Kinect, and it does not look fun to control at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. There were a lot of Kinect games that were kind of hard to control. The only ones I remember were like we had like 3 Kinect games that came with the one we got back in like 2013, and those were fine, but I didn't really reach out and get some more. Also, Canada scores.
Yep, that was Scott Stevens, who was a player on the New Jersey Devils at the time. I did see a 91 from one of the European players, so that was more than likely Sergei Fedorov. Yeah, it's your boy.
Yes. One of these days, I will find the old script and re-record my lines because I do not like how I delivered those. So
you did fine, especially since it was one of your first voice acting jobs.
It was, but still, I gotta get some closure by redeeming myself a little bit.
I mean, I still have access to my original auditions for Eli's old show back in the day, so they sounded fucking terrible. So
yeah, I guess everyone's first time.
Canada takes the lead.
Yo, let's go there, bud. If y'all win this one, I'll take y'all out for double doubles and timbits, all on me.
That was Pat Verbeek who scored the goal. I'm not sure what team he was on at the time.
Oops, I dropped my quarter. I was about to read Tuxix in Wild Style in the chat, but now I gotta pick up my freaking quarter. Okay, putting that right there. Tuxix said, I never played Riders, but I heard people didn't like Jet because he was annoying. Wild Style says, Tuxix, he was voiced by Jason Griffith, the same guy who voiced Sonic at the time. How was he annoying? I think people at the time... sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Jet's voice is really fucking grating. That's my personal opinion. I just like. I mean, it's fitting because he's a bird. So like,
Hmm.
he just kind of sounds like he's always constantly aggressively squawking.
Yeah, that's basically what 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 Jason did just to give him a voice. He was really raspy with it and kind of screaming all of his lines like "You're the fastest thing alive," like that. It was
Yeah.
just very like hard on the ears. Um, and also like he was very douchey in that game as well. He was
Yeah, that's just
pretty
kind
good
of
antagonist.
yeah, that's pretty generally his character. All right, folks. Canada has taken the lead in this one, 2-1. They're in the penalty box though for about another minute and a half to start the third period. They lead in shots. We'll see if the European team can come back or not.
Let's go. Have you heard the Tim's Run song? Someone made an anthem for going on Tim's runs.
No, I haven't.
I am showing that to you after this stream. It is great.
Oh boy. Goodness gracious. I look forward to it.
I've actually started. I've been like sometimes after class, I'd go by one of the donut places here in town and getting donut holes. But every time I get them, I just call them Timbits just for no fucking reason.
Hey, nice. The action is intense here, folks.
And the the commentary is even more intense.
Yeah. I should probably make a WordPad file when this game ends just so that I can keep a track of those standings. Holy shit, Europe almost scored on itself.
Really?
Oh yeah, that like it was almost like he was trying to put it in his own net there for a moment. The European team really aspiring to be the bronze medalists here tonight.
Good old game of hockey.
Hell yeah.
I I noticed that like I kind of really enjoy stuff like hockey and just like things that revolve around involving snow, like snowboarding and stuff like that. But I don't live in an area that gets a lot of snow, so I can't really experience most of that, and it makes me kind of sad.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I will, however, one of these days, like actually go out and travel and like attend one of those like X Games events because those look super awesome.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
watched them on TV last year; they were great.
man, it would be so fun to attend more live sports. I haven't done so since the Red Wings game that I went to almost 11 years ago now.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's
Phew.
been so long. All right, but the game is over. Canada wins 2-1. They made that effort in the second period, and the European team just was not able to counteract. I suppose.
Sorry.
Beautiful. All right. So between games, I'm just gonna make a little standings thing here. So Canada is 1-0-1, or sorry, 1-0-0 rather. That's 2 points. Goal differential is 2-1, and they are 1-0 against Europe. 0-0 against the US. Europe is 0-1-0. 0 points. 1-2 is the goal differential. 0-1 Canada. 0-0 US. The next game is going to be Europe and the United States. The US. 0-0-0. I should have done this before the stream.
Stay tuned, folks, for more hockey. That'll be coming up eventually.
Indeed. We've had longer breaks.
Have we?
Yeah, the break between the first and second period was pretty apparent. There he is.
Yeah, Hockey Jet.
Yeah, Hockey Jet. He looks pretty sick.
He does.
See, Wild Style was asking Dennis what his favorite Riders track is, and then Tuksik responded to the question with my personal favorite video game. Oh, sorry, no, it had nothing to do with Riders. Tuksik said my personal favorite video game soundtrack is Deltarune. Toby Fox can make some banger music. Didn't he also do
Undertale?
Oh, I was gonna say Shovel Knight. I don't know why I was thinking.
I don't think he did. I can look him up on Spotify to see if he did. I recently found that he has Spotify. I'm only seeing. Let me see. Undertale. Yeah, no, there's no Shovel Knight here. At least on Spotify.
Gotcha. All right. So let's just get these to the international teams. Okay. Coin toss time again.
Oh. Okay.
Home advantage is going to be still tails for Europe, so heads for the U.S.
Okay. The Wild Style. This is for you. Let's see if this works. I've spun it on my desk. It is hitting my monitor, and it is heads.
Okay, so that's the U.S. getting home advantage, and the Europe will, or the Europe.
The Europe.
The European team will be the road team for this game.
The U.S. having some assistance by the stand from my monitor.
Oh yeah, it was one of the biggest Olympic controversies here. Okay, this is going to be important. What national anthem plays at the start of this game? I'm very curious what's going to happen here.
I swear if it's O Canada. I swear.
All right, let's have ourselves a listen. Oh, okay, it's the Star Spangled Banner.
Ah, okay. Hi, Sunswift.
Welcome, Sunswift. You missed the first two games, but there's still four more, including this one that just got underway. The U.S. immediately going to the penalty box, basically. Jeremy Roenick, who was an Arizona Coyote at the time, Phoenix, if we want to get technical.
Was Keith Kearney playing in the NHL at this era, or
I think so. Not entirely sure. This would have come out in 1997, so if you want to look him up.
I haven't looked him up in a while, but I'll look at him now. No, not Keith Urban. Keith Kearney, ice hockey player. There he is. Let me look at his Wikipedia. Playing career 1991 to 2009.
Okay, so what team was he on for the 97-98 season?
Let me figure that out. He was traded from Chicago to the Phoenix Coyotes in 1998, so I'm assuming he was playing for the Blackhawks.
Gotcha. And just as a prerequisite here, of course, for international team sports, I feel like it is only necessary to initiate this chant. Excuse me. USA, USA, USA.
My favorite iteration of that being SEC. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I would love. Oh no. My little brother showed it to me actually a few years ago. But I fucking love. There was like this video of some like young German guys doing like a bit of an experiment for like their college science class or something. It involved explosives, so it was really exciting.
Uh,
So like they do the test, and it works just the way that they want it to. And again, these are a bunch of German guys. So like when it works, they're like celebrating, and they actually fucking chanted USA, like
okay.
just a bunch of German guys chanting USA. I love it.
It's interesting.
Uh, Sunswift, I don't quite understand your question.
Yeah. C0 and USA 2. Huh?
Well, that's the end of the first period. The United States has taken a couple penalties here, and they will start shorthanded in the second. It is tied 0-0 with the European team. The European team leads in shots 10-6.
Oh, they're bud.
Yeah. USA, go America!
I've seen I've seen like videos popping up in my recommended sometimes of it's like um World Cup crowd chants versus like USA, and like every time a USA chant would come up, they'd put on like the the SpongeBob music or something, but then like there'd be no music playing for like the European fans. So I'm assuming because of that, people don't really seem to be too fond of American sports fans being, you know, involved in the game they're participating. I guess like they get really salty that we can also be loud at games.
Uh, I don't know. That might just be a commentary on how overtly patriotic Americans tend to be. Uh,
How dare?
that's not actually a terribly common thing. So uh, other like people from other countries will sometimes bust our balls about that. Uh, Also, speaking of the United States, I'm not sure who scored the goal. It said Young, and I couldn't tie a player to that name, so
Oh,
I'll have to look at the score sheet afterward. But scored shorthanded, and the United States leads 1-0 right now.
let's go there, bud. Oh, two-line pass, I'm saying.
Yeah, fucking hate that penalty. Glad that they got rid of it
It's
eventually.
a confusing penalty. I'm not really sure what that means.
Uh, Okay, so like if you were in your own zone and you passed it to one of your team members, but it crossed your blue line and the middle red line, just as an example, then the pass would be ruled a two-line pass.
Oh, that's yes. Keep the game very condensed and slower. That's what that that penalty does, I guess.
Yeah. Then eventually they legalized the long pass, as it is called, and it makes for some nice, exciting plays.
I bet.
Wild Style, I have not heard of Bye Bye Babylon.
Same.
Unless if one like if it could be one of those cases where I've heard it before but didn't know what it was called.
Right. Yeah. I've experienced that many times.
Oh damn, they injured Van Beesbrook. It's gonna be
Oh no.
if I'm not mistaken, I think the U.S.'s backup goaltender is Mike Richter.
Oh no. What are you gonna do? The King Knights.
I love it. All right, Europe really leading in shots, 21-11, but the United States has the advantage right now, 1-0. So let's have ourselves a look at the players here. No, that just says Young still. Oops. Actually, let's have a look at the goalies. Okay, Mike Richter is one of the U.S. goalies, and then Jim Carrey, who shares a name with the famous actor, is also on the U.S. Roster in the goalies. Scoring summary.
Ironic because I think Jim Carrey, the actor, is Canadian.
Yeah. Okay, I believe that's Sean Young, who couldn't tell you what team he was on at the time.
I was gonna make the joke that Steve Young also played hockey.
uh, well, I get that, Swift. I don't know the significance of the numbers.
Whoever put letters in math needs to be arrested.
Well, I guess I'm fucked then for keeping up on the stats. Wildstyle says, "Can you look the song up after the game portion?" You don't have to. I mean, I could look it up. I'm not gonna play it though, especially if it's like copyrighted. I don't want.
Right. Yeah, Rich Alvarez got in trouble in that during a stream a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? It happened during a stream?
Yeah, it was their anniversary stream, and it got to the episode where they were all dancing in public to Let's Groove.
Oh yeah,
and,
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, in the middle of the stream, it just like cut out, which is interesting because they've actually streamed the movie that also has that same song in it, but didn't get in trouble for it. So
I'm surprised that happened in the middle of the stream.
Yeah.
Because like the one time, or no, there's been 2 times actually where I've gotten an ID match for music, and they both happened after the fact.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So 3rd period of the game, U.S. leads 1-0. We'll see how this one turns out. The U.S. has their checking line out with a 1-0 lead, which is, I'm going to be honest, kind of irresponsible.
Yeah.
Because the checking line players are usually much slower, less adept at scoring. So like with a 1-0 lead, that's I get you want to protect your lead, but that's you kind of want to build on top of it when it that small.
I am looking up Bye Bye Babylon on Spotify right now. And I'm seeing a couple of playlists that features Cryo Shell. And I'm assuming that this song was probably in like a Bionicles movie or two. Or at least music from this group, yeah.
Huh. Okay, so Tuksik is asking, how important was Gordie Howe in the National Hockey League? He is definitely one of the most important players in the NHL's entire history. He held the goal scoring record for a number of years before Wayne Gretzky broke it.
Ooh.
He was one of the biggest superstar players during the original 6 era. Also, Europe scored on itself. 2-0 USA.
They really want that bronze.
They really do want that bronze medal, apparently. They failed at scoring on themselves last time, so they made up for it in this game. They're going to go on the power play again, though.
I'm seeing something interesting on the TV here next to me, Skull. I think the American curling team from the last Olympics has like their own documentary, it seems, called American Rock Stars.
Hey, nice.
So, we gotta find some legal ways to watch that.
I mean, it makes sense though for them because obviously it doesn't have the same cultural impact or whatnot. But like, I don't think anybody was expecting America's curling team to win the gold medal.
Yeah.
At that or even come close. So in a way, in an underdog kind of way, it is similar-ish. to the 1980 team that won the gold medal in hockey, but obviously, again, it doesn't have the same cultural impact or anything like that.
Yeah. I did know that there's a movie, a Disney movie based on that team, and I still haven't
Yeah,
seen it yet.
yeah, it's called Miracle. It's a pretty good movie.
I bet.
I saw
You'd
it
be
with
surprised with how many movies I have not seen.
oh, it was Scott Young. Okay, Scott Young.
Oh.
Still don't know what team he played for at the time. But the United States pitches a shutout here against the European team, 2-0. Despite being
Oh.
outshot by 15, the U.S. did not have the shots in this one, but they churned it out into a win here. So
Now can they beat the Canadians?
indeed. Okay, so
Wild
Europe's
Sal
record.
has confirmed my assumption, and it was for a Bionicle Legend Reborn. There was a music video for it somewhere, I think. So it was a Bionicle song. Interesting.
Gotcha. Okay, so the United States moves up in the standings. They actually have a better goal differential than Canada, so technically speaking, even though they're tied in points, the U.S. owns the tiebreaker right now.
Ooh.
So with a win or a tie, the U.S. Could automatically get into the gold medal game.
Interesting. Hi, Katie.
Welcome to the stream, Katie. Things are doing fine, and all that. Nice to see you here. Hope that you enjoy. Okay, so the next game is the always highly anticipated matchup between the United States and Canada in ice hockey. So Trip, it's coin time once again for the final time.
Okay,
Heads Canada, tails US.
here we go. That did not last very long. Okay, I'm going back to flipping. I tried to spin it again, but it like beelined for the monitor stand and just died immediately. So I'm gonna flip it normally this time. Tis on the ground and tis tails.
Okay, so the United States gets home in this game as well. So they got the home advantage. My goodness, my gracious. It's time to start this one. Potential gold medal matchup here. This is the last of the round robins here. This is basically to decide who automatically gets to the gold medal game.
Do you believe in miracles?
This one also started off with the Star Spangled Banner.
Ah,
I
our
think
good luck charm.
Holy fuck!
What
Okay,
happened?
okay.
Oh,
16 seconds in, Jeremy Roenick scores, so he got the penalty immediately in the last game, and then he scored immediately in this one. Patrick Waugh was replaced as the goaltender immediately. He fucking chased Patrick Waugh out of the net. Canada's without their number one goalie.
wow. That's not something you see every day.
Oh, certainly not.
Hooking penalty against the United States.
Man, the U.S. is really penalty heavy
Wait,
in
listen.
these games.
You don't fuck with us, man. We're violent.
We're rough, apparently. Could end up screwing us over, though.
It could. Or it could just end up in a bench clearing brawl, which is always super entertaining.
That is extremely forbidden in the Olympics.
If that did ever happen, as long as the United States isn't involved, I'd eat that up. That'd be hilarious.
One of the more infamous stories, because in international hockey it is so frowned upon to fight. There's that infamous like U18 brawl between Canada and the Soviet Union that took place in like 1987.
Ooh.
Where they like like they had to fucking turn off the lights in the arena like in an attempt to get it, and the entire teams were basically involved in it, so the ice was littered with bodies.
Wow. I have to look that up. That sounds insane.
Yeah, a lot of future players were in that one. Future NHLers, I should say, like Brendan Shanahan and Scott Stevens, I believe, were involved in that on the Canadian side. It's a really rather interesting event. What the fuck? Holy shit! Brodeur and Patrick Waugh are out.
Huh?
Wait, does Canada? Canada must have 3 goalies. I'll have a look at that after the period's over. Because Brodeur got injured, apparently, and then Waugh was chased out of the net immediately at the start of the game. Oh yeah, Sunswift, there's footage. There is definitely footage of that brawl.
I'm seeing it on YouTube right now. There's plenty of videos of that.
Yeah, and also sympathies to your grandmother. I hope that she gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Katie says hockey players are rough, and then also says I don't know shit about hockey and sports. That's okay.
Well, just know that you got to be rooting for the guys in white right now on the ice.
Yeah, Katie, you're an American. It's your patriotic duty to root for the United States.
Absolutely.
All right, so first period's over. U.S. leads in shots 8-3. So this has been a pretty defensively minded game. So let's actually look at the team rosters here because I'm very interested in Canada here. Oh, okay, so Canada does have 3 goalies. So I believe it's Ed Belfour who is out for them now. Let's actually do the player stats to make sure. Goalies. Well, if Belfour is out there, then he. Oh no, they might have sent Patrick Waugh back out. Come to think of it, because it says 5 shots against. So. All right, we'll see how this one goes. U.S. has the 1-0 lead here.
Here we go.
And then Katie says, "Sure, I'll just be the USA cheerleader."
Going right ahead.
Trip and I are basically doing the same thing. USA,
Yeah.
USA. Sunswift says she's getting better, and that's good. Wild Style says, why do people get copyright claims for songs even when they mention it in the description of the videos who the songs are by? Because it's an automatic system, first of all.
Yeah.
Attributions don't actually mean anything in terms of like real copyright law. So, even if you're like, this song was by this person, no copyright intended, that doesn't mean that you can just like up and use the song however way you wish. It has to be a fair use situation, basically. So.
Yeah.
And
which kind of sucks too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get why it's there, obviously, because you don't want people to just straight up steal your stuff. So I can understand the copyright. Another shorthanded goal by Young.
Oh.
The United States leads 2-0.
Sang songs in your videos for covers and got copyright. Wow.
Yeah, like you can't even do like just the lyrics anymore. The YouTube system knows its stuff.
That's crazy. He used karaoke tracks. Wow.
Even then, because some karaoke services hold the copyrights to the instrumentals, so even they'll be like, "Hey." Basically, if there's an official upload of a song on YouTube, it is definitely recognized by YouTube's automatic algorithm there. Also, 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. The U.S. really taking a whole lot of penalties here. They are They're the least disciplined team in the Olympics here.
It appears to be so.
Oh, Katie, if you want me to sound like a sports announcer, I can try that right now. Okay, the U.S. wins the face-off. We got 49 coming down in the neutral zone, but it's taken by the Canadians. Number 18 and a save by Mike Richter here. Or I believe it was Mike Richter. We got number 21. Not sure who he is. I'm just saying numbers. We got a big pass from Canada. It's 18. Shot. And it's saved by the U.S. goaltender. The United States has been perfect on the penalty kill here tonight. And the Canadians take it in their own zone. They have not been lucky with their shots and their power play opportunities. The second period is over, and the United States takes a 2-0 lead into the final frame of the game. There you go. That's just a sample.
That's actually funny you mentioned that, Katie. I'm actually like going to college for a career in one of those fields. So,
Yeah. It's sports management, right?
not sports management. It's more so just radio and broadcasting.
Oh, okay. So you're doing sports broadcasting.
Gonna try to. That's where I'll specialize in. But broadcasting in general is what I want to pursue.
Gotcha. Oh, well, Wild Style, like, copyright IDs aren't, like, the end of the world or anything.
Yeah, and like oddly enough, there are like speed paint videos that use copyrighted songs, full copyrighted songs, and do not get taken down.
Yeah. Like, basically, the thing about it is you have to ask yourself a couple questions. Number one is, do you ever want to be monetized? And if you do, then it is very important to not have any IDs, because YouTube will take a look at that and be like, but if you don't, then the only thing that you have to worry about is if your account has strikes, which most record companies will not issue strikes anymore because of the copyright ID system. So honestly, it's kind of a win for creators in that respect if they don't want to monetize their videos, because if it gets an ID, then that video just basically serves as an advertisement for the official upload of the song that you used. So you don't necessarily get in any trouble for having the video up there, and the record company gets what they want out of it. So it's like, you know, if you don't care about getting YouTube partnership at all, then it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, bud. Also, thank you for the good luck, Katie.
Indeed, I agree with her sentiments. Well, well, Wild Style, then if you're just making videos for fun and you're not getting copyright strikes, then then it shouldn't matter.
Keep on going.
Yeah. All right, U.S. is in the penalty box for another 21 seconds to start the third period, but they have the 2-0 lead and the 13-11 advantage in shots. Canada actually really ramped it up on the shots in the second period, probably due to how much they've been on the power play.
Yes, indeed. If y'all would like to see a very good speed paint. Not to promote a little bit here, but my friend GG Crazy Draws did a speed paint of a commission. Oh fuck! Canada scored.
And Canada scored, and it was Steve Yzerman of the Detroit Red Wings.
But yeah, look up GG Crazy Draws, and the drawing of me is the speed paint titled Dog Days. She's drawing me.
Hey.
I can't put the link in the chat, but
You're a moderator, aren't you?
no.
Say something in the chat, I'll make you mod.
Oh, okay.
And then you can put a link in the thing.
Okay.
The U.S. is going to the fucking penalty box again, I see. Canada's already scored once. They only need one more to tie this up.
I think I have the link right here. Okay, there it is. I briefly put it in our DM just so I could make sure it's the right one.
Well, you can put it in the chat. Just, even if you just say Timbits or Hi Bud, in the stream chat, then I can make you a mod and then you can post what you were talking about to everybody.
I did type in the chat though.
I'm not seeing it quite yet.
What the fuck?
Also, welcome to Welcome to the stream, Saturn.
Hello, Saturn. I'm being promoted.
Oof. Van Beesbrook is out again. Okay, Timbits. Here, let's quickly add moderator. There you go.
Oh, let me see if it works. It doesn't immediately tell me. Oh, yes, there's the... Okay.
USAX penalty.
You are now a moderator for this channel. The creator trusts you to help build a positive, safe community. Now you can. Okay. Great. And boom, there's the link.
There you go, everybody.
Further evidence that you can use copyrighted music without getting your entire life ruined.
Oh, we got just over half a minute remaining in the game. Canada down by 1. U.S. in their zone. They really got to get the puck out of there so they can pull the empty net.
I'm really feeling conflicted here, but I don't really know who to cheer for now.
Oh, man. Fighting the neutral zone for it. They got one more shot. And the U.S. wins 2-1.
Yeah. Woo, yeah, baby. That's what we're waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Hell yeah. All right, so the United States automatically gets a bye to the gold medal game, where they will again have home ice advantage. My goodness, yeah, Canada, goddamn, they really outshot the U.S. during the second and third periods, and it only resulted in 1 goal. 12-2 in favor of Canada in terms of shots in the third. Goddamn.
Goddamn.
My goodness. Alright, so let's have ourselves a look at the game stats real quick. Look at that, man. Goodness gracious. So, the United States will at least finish with a silver medal here.
Let's go.
Excuse me.
Do Europe and Canada compete again for the gold medal game?
Yeah, so Canada and Europe will compete in the bronze medal game. The loser gets bronze.
Okay.
So here, let me just adjust the stats here. So scored 3 and have 3 goals scored against. Went 0-1 against the U.S. And Europe's still there on the bottom. Alright, I don't know why I have this word pad thing open anymore. The standings are finalized. Okay. So we don't need the coin anymore, because the seeding has been determined. So Canada finally gets a home game. And they
no more coin.
Yeah, no more coin. But thank you for your service, Trips Quarter.
Yes, thank you. Now you may retire.
Did you actually kiss it?
Don't ask questions. You're not ready for the answer.
Okay, so Canada and Europe. The loser is the recipient of the bronze medal, and the winner goes on to the gold medal game.
Yeah, bud. Up.
Can I do the announcer voice? I could. I suppose I could impersonate Gary Thorne, my favorite hockey announcer.
Depends on what you mean, though, Sunsweat. Do you mean like the in-arena announcer or like the play-by-play? I would assume they mean play-by-play.
But... And do you want me to keep going by like play-by-play? And also, Sunswift, yes, there is hockey in Mexico. In fact, some fucking how. I have no idea, and I would love to see footage of it. There was an outdoor game played in Mexico City, like on ice.
Really?
Yeah, fucking somehow. They were able to keep a playable ice surface in Mexico City, of all places, outdoors.
Wow. I mean, if they can do it in LA, they can do it in Mexico.
I don't know. I think Mexico would very clearly be the bigger challenge.
Probably. Although I have heard has gotten a bit cold down there in Mexico. I have a buddy who lives down there.
Shrug. Okay, Sunswift wants
Shrewd.
me to do some more play-by-play. All right, we've got just a bit left to go in the first period. It's still tied 0-0. Lindros takes the puck down. He's going to wrap around the net, but unfortunately it gets hit. He retains possession, though, and it is saved by Dominic Hasek. Whoa, that was almost a goal right there, but Waugh comes up with it. Actual Patrick Waugh this time. A fight for it in the neutral zone leads to Eric Lindros once again. The Canadians regain possession of the puck, and a beautiful save there by Dominic Hasek.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dominic Hasek, he's really fighting for his life out there.
Just about the only European player who is nah, all of them have been making an effort, don't worry.
Yeah, you gotta stay neutral for the network, or else you get in trouble.
All right, so Canada and Europe are tied 0-0 after the first period. Canada leads in shots 10-7.
The battle for the bronze.
Yeah. Well, it's more like battle to finish with at least a silver, because again the loser gets bronze.
The battle for the time-traveling hedgehog.
And it's for the opportunity to play for gold. It's the semifinal, I guess would be the appropriate term.
Yes.
Paul Coffey in for Canada takes a shot, and it's saved by Hasek. Go on.
Huh? What?
You were saying something, and I did some more.
I don't really know what I was gonna say. I was just kind of making sounds.
Oh, did I say Swift instead of Saturn? I'm sorry.
Oops.
In terms of the Mexico thing, I thought it was you that asked the question.
When EA made good games, they missed. Yeah. I missed out a lot.
You know, after playing this and having NHL 03 for my GameCube, it's like, you know, I've played some later ones, and it's like, man, you know.
Yeah.
I like the way that 2003 plays.
Without the microtransactions and.
Oh yeah, I mean the ones that I have played, you know, were like 09 and 10, so it's not necessarily comparable to the ones that they do now. But I can't imagine the ones they do now being much better. Yes, Katie, I did notice the Animaniacs reference.
But we didn't acknowledge it.
I'm sorry. It was a Nations of the World reference. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, all that. I don't know if there's a hockey scene in Panama, but... Oh, Canada scores! It's Paul Coffey with the goal.
Oh, yes, Paul Coffey. It's a big goal. We're going to win the gold medal.
Goodness gracious.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Also, I called 77 Paul Coffey earlier, but Coffey was number 7 here, so that must be Ray Bork, actually, number 77.
You called him Paul McCartney.
All right. The Europeans have been upping it in the shots. It's all tied 14 in that respect, but Canada has the one tally here so far. They have the lead. It's 1-0. You know, just another 5 minutes of action here. If they hold on to the lead, we'll get them into the gold medal game against the United States.
I really hope they do that. It'd be very fantastic.
Katie says, if Skull could do a wacko reference in Sonic and Mario, then I could do one in the stream. You always do them in streams. Nobody's stopping you.
I honestly, couldn't tell you a single quote from Animaniacs.
Oh, scores! Vincent Domfus gets the goal. It's 2-0 Canada.
Oh yes, good job, Von Deuce. What's his name?
Domfus.
Domfus. Oh yes. I said Von Deuce. That's not how you say his name at all. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I like this idea of like the German guy who tries to be Canadian.
Oh yeah, I'm so Canadian. That was like the funniest moment during the Christmas stream. I loved it so much. Oh, it looks like Europe's gonna go on a power play as soon as Canada gets possession.
And if anyone has seen that part, Skull's laugh was actually much louder in call than it was on stream. I noticed when I watched that part back.
And I was surprised how subdued it sounded in the stream playback, because I remembered it being a bit louder.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to get you that hard too.
Ooh, Europe scores. Teemu Selanne on the power play with an assist by Dominik Hasek. The Europeans have made this one interesting now. It's 2-1.
Oh, that comment by Wildstyle can confuse me for a second, because every time the word trip gets typed out in any like sentence, even if it's in a word that's not trip, I get the orange bar for like I'm being tagged. So I was like, what?
Like you think that it's someone being or someone getting your attention.
Yeah.
Yes, Katie, that indeed Wildstyle with a reference to the premiere of the reboot. That's the only episode of the revival that I've seen thus far, because I wasn't very interested in it. Ooh, Hasek's out with an injury.
Yeah, I've heard from people who are avid Animaniacs fans that it's subpar compared to the original.
Ooh, Europe almost scored again, but Patrick Waugh came up with that one. Holy shit.
Lamau Chi-Chi, they can't score on us. It's a good German name, goddammit. I don't. We got
Klaus.
Tim Klaus. Canadian Klaus.
Oh man, Canada almost got in the empty net there. One final drive by the Europeans, and that's it. The European team winless in the Olympics here. They finished with the bronze medal. Canada's going on to the gold medal game.
It's really heating up here. It really is. It's going.
And Europe was really packing it on the. It's the exact opposite. Come to think of it, almost of the last game. The European team really started firing on all cylinders in the second and the third, but it just wasn't enough to completely, come back in the game. My God, Europe won 10-1 in face-offs, and they still didn't win the game? Holy shit.
He didn't even score.
Well, they scored once. But
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. This is not the George we're looking for.
It was supposed to be a question mark at the last, or at the end of the... It does that even if someone does... Yeah, it will do that.
Does.
So if someone puts skull902 in the chat, for instance, and they don't at me, I will still see skull902 highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, folks. It's time for our gold medal matchup. The final game of this stream. The United States, by virtue of being the #1 seed, has home ice.
Yes.
Canada, the challengers, here. Goodness gracious.
In the meantime, I'll BRB.
Alright, so the United States went undefeated in round robin play. They automatically... Yeah, KDC, I see it as a highlighted thing. Canada went 1-1, but they've forced the European team to take the bronze medal. They want gold here, so we'll see. The loser gets silver, the winner gets gold. We'll see what happens here in the rematch between the Canadians and the Americans. Saturn says, well, I'm in for a treat if Skull Lover streams Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, or the remakes. I mean, it's a possibility. I personally haven't messed with any DS emulators, but I know Rabbit has done it. He did Super Princess Peach last May. Actually, I gotta ask him if he can finish the game at some point on the stream. So it's definitely in the realm of possibility, I guess. Sunswift, if you're leaving, then I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Ooh, we got an injury here. Marc Messier. That's bad for the Canadians. I hope you enjoyed the stream and have a good rest of your day if you're leaving. Another penalty by the United States. This could end up screwing them over, really. Surprised it didn't in the last game. Canada scores! It's Paul Correa. The Canadians take a 1-0 lead here. Just in the future, I know what you mean. I didn't question that at all. Icing on the Canadians. Katie says, I've currently been playing Pokemon Shining Pearl and I legit just bought Legends Arceus. Nice, nice. I hope that you've been enjoying. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. Almost a goal there. The Canadians taking it back. Ooh, man, what a hard shot. Oh man, that could have been a good one-timer, but unfortunately the US players were not in position. Alright, we got a 2-line pass. There will be a face-off in the neutral zone. I believe Canada won that face-off. The United States takes it in their own zone. Number 48 takes it up. And then it's being brought in. Tony Amani with a shot that Patrick Waugh has right there. He saves it. Got less than a minute left in the first period. We'll see if the United States is able to tie. They really like taking these far-out shots. And it does not seem to be working out in their favor. Here's Gretzky. Oh, man. Big scrum in the net does not result in a goal. Short side. Not so lucky there. Patrick Waugh makes another save. The U.S. and Canada takes it in their own zone, but they aren't able to clear. But that'll do it for the end of the first period here. Canada leads 1-0 at the end of the first. U.S. with the advantage in shots 9-6.
Good job there, bud. I am back.
Welcome back. Canada up 1-0 in the gold medal game.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate there, bud. Good day for hockey, I must say.
Well, Saturn, it won't get highlighted if it's just Saturn. They'd have to say Saturn 537 in order for it to actually get highlighted.
It's probably just a rare situation because I have a very short 4-letter name that also can be used as a verb.
It's also a common word, so.
Yeah. So there's the confusion there.
Y Station, welcome to the stream. Who says, so first we have Nate being in an existential crisis, and now we have Skull being an NHL commentator. What a night! What's up, Skolios? I'm doing quite fine, Y Station. I have no idea about Nate and his existential crisis. I don't know what's going on there.
Not sure who Nate is.
Voices of Nathan is the current voice of Sonic on Sonic Zone 182.
Ew.
I think he does a couple other characters too, but it's like primarily Sonic, being the main guy and all.
That makes sense.
Indeed. The U.S. has been more on the offensive here in this period, and they were already leading in shots, but it has not resulted in any goals. Neither team has really been able to get a tally on for this one. Canada has a shot there, but does not quite make it through.
Come on there, Merca.
Yeah, USA. Oh, Messier's back in the game, I see. He was injured in the first period.
Oh.
All right, we got a 2-line pass. In his stream today, Nate was speaking like Bob Ross while shiny hunting for shiny Badoo in Legends Arceus.
Hi, Miko.
Gotcha. Yeah. Welcome, Miko, to the stream. Is that one of your friends?
Yes.
Have we seen Miko before in a stream?
Mm-hmm. Not the last NHL stream,
But
but the one
before
before that.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. The U.S. leads in shots 17-10, but they haven't been able to get a goal. This is their last shot here in regulation. They're only down by 1. They can they've got the chance, but it'll take some offense to do so. So.
All right, now. Today, we're going to be doing a Bob Ross style commentary, so I don't freak the fuck out while suffering another loss in this NHL.
Ooh, man, that was another goal against, or almost another goal against the U.S. I'm sorry.
The defense needs to step the fuck up. Stop crying. Stop playing like a bunch of sissy wissies.
Oh jeez.
If Canada scores or wins this game, I'll be very upset.
Uh-oh.
And I will shave my afro clean off.
Well.
The very angry Bob Ross.
Uncharacteristically angry.
I am. I mean, fuck, I can't even do it now. All the colors we need right now is a nice sky blue for the paint of this hockey rink.
Hatcher going to the box. The U.S. will be shorthanded for most of the rest of the game now.
Other colors it will include Santa Claus red and black for the Canadian uniforms. The United States will be wearing white, blue, and red. Very patriotic.
And red.
Red.
Oh, but Canada screws themselves over a bit. It's going to be 4-on-4 now for the next minute and a half.
An absolute PogChamp moment. As we now have. My voice just cracked. So we have a 4-on-4 hockey matchup for at least the next 2 minutes. We now see a very beautiful hit check there into the USA bench.
My goodness.
That was absolutely fabulous. The United States had a chance at a one-time goal.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't been trying for more one-timers. Less than a minute left. U.S. with the empty net, and Canada has scored. They lead 2-0 now. Ray Bork with an assist by Paul Correa.
I am now starting to lose all hope in life. I severely need counseling.
I mean, technically speaking, they could still tie it up, but it's not likely, especially since Canada's right in their zone.
Okay.
And that'll do it. Canada has won 2-0. They take the gold medal away from the United States. The U.S. gets silver. The boys up north have picked up the gold medal.
Every fucking time.
I fucking knew that the United States taking so many penalties was going to do them in.
We now have to look at the Canadian flag. The colors of the Canadian flag consist of red and white, with a little red maple leaf right in the middle.
I love it. Like, Bob didn't even fucking say it like that.
Well, that's how I say it.
And I guess it's just as well, because one of my favorite running gags with Rabid is like doing the Sat AM Robotnik, and
Oh.
even though he never pronounced Snively's name like this, we always go Snively.
Snively. I loved that version of Robotnik. It was so good.
Yeah, it really was good. Okay. Let me get some material ready for the metal presentation.
Great.
All right. So let's see here.
Very glad that Josh was not here to witness it.
All right. Is this transparent? Oh, it is. Cool. Okay. Well, hopefully I can add image. Oh, I got.
He was a scary robot.
I gotta save all the images apparently. Oh wait, no. Can I do it from? Hold on. I gotta.
I love impersonating the Jim Cummings Robotnik because it's just a fun voice to do.
Yeah, it is. It is really fun.
Snively, I need tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters game.
Ah. Okay. Here, let me put the NHL window back in here real quick. Because I am gonna need to save a couple images here. There we are. Okay, so.
If
it's gonna take
wait a minute, hold
on.
on.
Too.
I have the perfect image for the medals.
For the medals?
Yeah, there you
go. Christ. More details on this.
Skull's currently creating a work of art right now.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that I can't see anybody's thing at the moment.
Everyone's basically just talking about Jim Cummings as a Robotnik. And,
he was a good one.
As his range in voice acting.
Oh, for sure.
He goes from Winnie the Pooh to Robotnik to I think he voiced Pete as well.
Hell yeah.
I think he's even in a couple of like radio ads on GTA 5. I'm pretty sure that's him. I recognize his voice.
Would make sense, I suppose. Alright, hockey, jet.
Hockey, bud.
Hockey.
Hawk.
Okay.
Dabble.
So let's see, I got all that saved. Now I just need Olympic medal. Okay. Where is the gallery? Winter Olympic designs. They don't have a picture of the 2022 ones yet.
Oof.
Here, Olympic. You know what? Fuck it.
You should do the Olympic rings.
Nah. I'm gonna try to do a Google image search here. Olympic gold medal transparent. Alright, I guess I'll just have to do a generic. A generic medal.
Jim Cummings was Ray in The Princess and the Frog. I did not know that. Darkwing Duck, Yosemite Sam, Cat Dog, the Shredder. List goes on, and Scar. Yeah, wasn't he like the singing voice for Scar? Because like the celebrity that voiced Scar couldn't sing. Was it a real thing?
Jeremy Irons did part of Be Prepared. However, there was a line that he wasn't quite able to do, and so Jim filled in for the rest of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Copy image. I probably should have kept GIMP open. This is a lot of effort for a fucking meme.
I gotta show you the meme of like regular computers, gaming computers, and then like meme making computers, because like computers are like that are used for making memes are like the absolute god tier PCs.
God, fuck! It's not a transparent image. That one isn't high quality. Okay, here, let's try it this way.
Thank you, Katie, for linking me a video of Jim Cummings and all his roles.
Indeed, Katie. Okay, that one's no good. How's this one?
That was impressive. My goodness.
Fuck.
Hey, no swearty words.
This is my goddamn stream. Alright. This is taking too long. Jet's just not gonna have a medal with him. Sorry.
Aww.
Okay, let's close this out.
Don't forget my contributions.
Don't what?
So don't forget my contributions in that I DM'd you.
Oh,
Please.
Here, okay, this is his sponsor.
Yes.
Okay. Here, let's go back. All right. Okay. Now then, let's add. Finally. Thank God you were talking to the chat during all that, because that would have been really boring otherwise.
Yes. Hello, chat. I am here. Hello.
It's add our boy. Or well, maybe not our boy necessarily, because he's officially Canadian now.
Yeah, I gotta disown him, unfortunately.
Let's add our next image.
This
The
is all
Canadian
delayed for me,
flag.
by the way. So I gotta wait for this to appear. Oh wow! Okay, the Canadian flag just completely covering the entire.
Oh, and apparently I moved Jet too, so that's fun. Here,
Whoopsie doopsie.
all right, let's move back to Jet. Fit. Okay, cool. Oh, God damn it. Center. Fit. Okay.
The struggles of OBS.
I'm locking him down now. He's there forever.
Okay, good.
Okay, image 2. Let's get the Canadian flag all smalled up. And we'll put it up here in this corner. And then Jet's also got a sponsor. Where is that? Where is that? Okay.
I don't think Dennis needs that image. I think he's probably got it somewhere.
Yeah, he's probably like Jet's biggest fan in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, there we are. That's about even with the
There we
Canadian
go.
flag. There we go. I'm gonna lock these down so that they go on. Uh, I've never used the text tool, so that's gonna be interesting. See, Arial black, cool. Uh, hmm. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna put any text here. I'm not creative like Josh is with that. Okay. We've we've finished fucking around with this screen now. So here for the medal presentation, everybody, to the Canadians for winning the gold medal here is their celebrity ambassador, Jet the Hawk.
Wow.
And now, everybody, uh, a moment of silence and respect as we play the Canadian national anthem.
I can't believe this is actually happening.
Trip, what the fuck?
Sorry, not sorry.
Thank you all for listening in to the Canadian national anthem. We apologize to any Canadians out there who feel desecrated with with the talking over and the burping over of the national anthem.
I wish I had a bigger burp in the middle of that.
My goodness. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on this screen here. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints. If you got them, then hey, let's talk for a bit here. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah, Q&A time, everybody.
It's Q&A time. Welcome to the Q&A. Today we're going to be Q&A.
Oh,
That's
you
my
sent me the
introduction.
Tim song too.
Yeah, I did.
Beautiful. See, Y Station's got the Canadian flags going on. Do be the Canadians who won this contest next time, hopefully.
Was he putting the Canadian flag? Because all I see is CACACACA.
It's Canadian flags. I'll screen cap it for you and send you. It must be a mobile desktop thing.
I guess so.
Can we listen to the song by well, Wild Style? Again, I don't want to risk copyright anything, so I unfortunately cannot adhere to your request.
Huh.
Yeah,
We now
see,
have new names.
I was able to play the Canadian national anthem without any trouble because it was I don't know how Canadian law pertains to the song, but in terms of its actual performance there, that was a performance by the United States Navy, if I remember correctly from what the file on Wikipedia said. And as a production of the United States government, it is royalty free. It is in the public domain, so I was allowed to play it.
Yes,
Indeed. Imagine if Trip burped the national anthem of Canada like how Wacko burp songs. Oh boy.
I know. I can only burp in one note, and that's loud. So,
Also, Mephilis, welcome to the stream. It is indeed Q&A time, so I guess you don't necessarily have to have questions, but any topics you might want to talk about, whatever the case may be. This is chill time.
I was gonna mention that earlier, Mephilis of the because we were talking about copyrighted music. I was gonna bring up the Gilva Sunner situation and how sad I was about that.
And
Oh,
Nintendo is definitely harder on people. It's not so much for Let's Plays or like live
yeah,
streams of gameplay. Like if you're commentating over gameplay, then you shouldn't worry about the music. But if you're just gonna like straight up use the music, then without any commentary of any sort or anything, then that's gonna be troublesome for you for Nintendo.
yes.
Would love to see and hear that. Apparently with the with the burps.
If I could figure out how to do that, then
It
I'd do it.
It would be incredibly stupid, but if you recorded a burp, I could painstakingly take the time to pitch shift and stretch out and stretch in the burps to the tune of the song.
If you have nothing better to do, I will do that for you.
Good God. Let's be real, Nintendo is the Disney of gaming. Uh, in a way, yeah.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, at least you could find full Disney songs on YouTube without, running into any problems.
Was Iwata harsh with people uploading music before his passing? I think Nintendo started. They did it once, I think, during Iwata's reign, but like then when everybody like re-uploaded it, they didn't care. Uh, then they did another purge like not too long ago, which is kind of funny. I remember Josh sending a Twitter video to the group chat with Rabbit and I, where uh like it was a tweet that Nintendo was like, "Hey, what's your favorite Nintendo song?" And it just was a big ass montage of the replies all being like removed YouTube videos because that was like before the purge.
That is fantastic.
I fucking that was a beautiful video.
What sucks about that whole thing too is that there's no other way to listen to official Nintendo music outside of like YouTube. Like that's the easiest way. There's like
You could
bad
like
covers on stuff like Spotify, but
you could like I don't know pop in a game, hope and pray that it has a sound test, and maybe do it that way. But even then, like that's still like kind of a thing that you kind of have to bet on. For instance,
yeah,
uh, Star Fox Adventures, Trip is playing the game for us on stream later this year to mark the 20th anniversary. In that game, you have to unlock the sound test. So
really.
yeah, you know the cheat tokens.
Hmm.
That's one of them. Is you get one of the tokens, and when you feed it into the well in Thorntail Hollow, then you get the sound test from it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's I'm really interested actually in having you get all the cheat tokens. It's not too much of a thing to do, to be honest, and then going through the well and dumping them all into it. Because like the things that you get with it can actually tell you which version of the game that you have because they changed one of them. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, in the version that my brother got, and that we have our copy, one of the cheat tokens gives you the Dino language as an option in the subs. So like you could go to the subtitle options and turn it to Dino language, which is like kind of an interesting way of doing things. Uh, but in other versions of the game, that same cheat token will instead give you a blurb about Fox and Crystal's meeting being like fate.
okay. Hmm.
So I would say that our version of the game is far superior to the people who got the other version.
Right.
Uh,
So we shall find out which version I have in September.
yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride.
Hmm. I I look forward to that quite a lot. I just hate that it's so far away.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time still, 7 months, but we can do it. We can do it.
I'm gonna. It's gonna fucking kill me the way.
Katie says, unless people have covered it in terms of Nintendo music, or listen to songs like in Smash Bros. Ultimate and online battles with friends, you can listen to music while you wait, like Sonic, Pokemon, etc. And then Mephiles says, it's funny, Nintendo became a lot more strict after Iwata's death. I mean, they were pretty strict before his death, to be honest. They wouldn't let you do uh, let's plays on YouTube for a good amount of time, and then they finally like let you do it, but wouldn't let you monetize it. And then I think the creator program actually came about right before Iwata died. I'm not sure. They've slowly been getting better about that. Like I don't know, Nintendo's just so weird because in some respects they'll be like, okay, we hear you. Here, let's give you this accommodation, and like it takes time, obviously, like with the Let's Plays, but now they're like every other game company basically. But then in other respects, uh, my God, like the way they treat the melee community, for instance, is fucking
uh,
abhorrent. You know,
yeah.
like God damn. I feel so bad for those guys a lot of the time.
How dare you guys go back and enjoy a game that we once made?
Yeah, seriously. Uh, you know, uh, they took down tournaments that were going to be using Slippy, for instance, which was reverse engineered, which means that it's completely legal. Uh,
Right.
and whatnot. Like there's just a whole bunch of incidences in the melee community where Nintendo's really fucked over somebody where they really shouldn't have. Uh, but yeah, it sucks. Um, Y Station is asking, "Hey Skull, would you ever play a football game at some point? I remember seeing a linebacker Omega on Twitter, so maybe you could stream similar to this one for Omega, only for the Super Bowl." Uh, Football would be interesting.
Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
I don't have any football games.
Fuck.
And the ones that I've tried for like older systems, I couldn't really get into. I could probably get into a 3D football game,
I
but
got some on my GameCube and my PS3 if you want to give those a try.
I was gonna say, Trip knows a hell of a lot more about football and how to play the game and whatnot than I do. So, if he's got any games that he would want to, you know, it's just the thing about because a lot of the newer ones have copyrighted music in them. Just to get back on this subject,
Yeah.
so
That
like you,
that
you
can't
would
be turned off, by the way.
like
Luckily.
you would have to like turn it off or like mute the game and just play different music over it.
Right.
So
Um.
yeah, like there would be some logistical challenges, but not any ones that we wouldn't be able to get over, I don't think.
Right. But yeah, I could do that. I got plenty of good games if uh you were willing to do that, that'd be a fun time.
Hell yeah. Uh, Katie says, uh, dude, I was rocking out to Fist Bump, Live and Learn, City Escape while waiting for online friend matches in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like in the game, you could choose whatever song you want to listen to. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Y Station says you could mute the music though. Yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking. Is that if there's an option to turn it off in the game, or Trip could just go into his capture card settings and just not you know
Right.
capture the audio, and like he could like grab a YouTube playlist of like Sonic songs or something to play over it. Uh, and then Y Station also asks, so wait, aren't there any old 8-bit football games? There are. I don't think I've tried any of them. The ones I was thinking about was on like the Genesis. I tried one. I believe it was Madden like 92 or something.
Right.
And like I couldn't quite get into it, but I know Tecmo Bowl for the NES is a pretty widely regarded classic. So
Mhm. Tecmo Bowl is, from what I've seen, like the only like fun uh 2D football game from what I've seen. The 3D ones are mostly all great up up until the newer ones. But I loved Tecmo Bowl. It was
it,
fun.
Tecmo Bowl is I think what helps Tecmo Bowl, and there was an ice hockey one too. It might just be called ice hockey. Is that they're
It is
they're
just called ice hockey.
yeah, they're very arcade style if you catch my drift. So I think that helps the games in that respect too. Uh, Miko asks, "Are you both certified gamers?" Well,
I would certainly hope so with a setup like mine.
yeah, I don't have a fancy setup for anything. So if there's a certificate waiting for me, I haven't received it yet.
It got lost in the mail somewhere.
Apparently, what's Tecmo Bowl? It's a 2D football game for the NES.
Yes.
And again, it's like very arcade style as opposed to trying to emulate the like pro football experience.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Katie says, "I wish I could stream games." I mean, my computer is pretty basic, bitch. So I mean, as long as you're not doing something that's too graphically intensive, then you know,
Yeah, as long as you're not trying to stream Cyberpunk or whatever, you should be good.
yeah, like I can't even play Sonic Generations offline with a normal frame rate, so like streaming it would be fucking impossible.
Ooh. Is that why you have Josh do it?
That is why I had Josh do it a couple of years ago. I need a better computer for that and Forces and uh, uh, Lost gifted me Lost World as well, so I would definitely need it for those games.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all.
Yeah, the newer PlayStations and Xboxes do have built-in streaming capabilities, so that's also a thing.
They do, but
Yeah, it's
most
not it's
people
not
don't use them.
it's not the best thing in the world, not the best system, but like at least it's something, you know.
Yeah.
It's basically like streaming from those things is how I would describe for streaming the way I would describe Windows Movie Maker for editing, or at least the older versions of Windows Movie Maker. Like it's usable, but it's not like the greatest experience, but at least you get something out of it, you know.
Right, right, right. I personally never use those. I don't think I ever will, because I don't really need to. But um, yeah, I mean, at least it's something for people who don't really have a PC or even a PC capable of streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you get a capture card, that it's night and day.
Oh, for sure. Uh, Y Station says it might not be the best thing in the world, I admit, but it's easy to. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's simple, easy, and it gives you a picture. There's a feed of the chat on the side there, so like again, they could have done worse. Uh,
Yeah,
so I'm not knocking you for that at all. If that's the way you got to do it, that's the way you got to do it.
indeed. I have noticed it is kind of funny though when you see a video that is captured directly from the console. It will let you know because there's like branding of said console like all over the screen and like before and after the clip.
Uh, I don't have that with any of the clips that my brother recorded of Xbox One game footage that I have. But I don't know. Maybe that's a thing on PlayStation.
Mostly, I think on PlayStation. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
assumed for I guess the new Xbox would probably do it, but I don't know.
And they could. I'm not entirely sure. PlayStation says, but even if I do have a capture card, it would take me forever to figure it all out. I'm not exactly the most tech savvy guy in the world. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Wild Style is asking if we heard who's going to the Super Bowl, and absolutely we know who's going to the Super Bowl. Uh,
Eminem.
yeah. Y Station said one of them. It's the Cincinnati Bengals, and their opponents are going to be the Los Angeles Rams. And Wild Style, if you're rooting for Cincy, that's perfectly valid. I personally, if it were any other team, I would have said, yeah, go Bengals, they deserve it. But uh, Matthew Stafford, quarterback of the Rams, was a longtime Detroit Lions player. He had never won a playoff game or a division championship or anything. He's having the season of his fucking life at the moment, and due to that Detroit connection, the guy is so humble too. Like he's definitely one of the you know good guy players in the league. I feel like he deserves it, man. Uh, I'm personally rooting for the Rams.
Hmm. I think like most fans though are rooting for the Bengals simply because the Bengals have hardly been to the playoffs, nonetheless the Super Bowl, and especially with their quarterback Joe Burrow obviously having a really good season early in his career after winning the Heisman Trophy and the national championship in college.
Yeah,
He they kind of gave him like this badass persona. Like we know the images of him like smoking a cigar and everything, but I honestly do not have a preference in who wins. I just want to. I'm just hoping for an entertaining game.
yeah. Everybody likes a good underdog story, so I can understand why most people would be rooting for the Bengals.
Hmm.
Shit, again, I would have too if it had been literally any other team. You know,
Hmm.
Y Station's got some good taste. There's Seahawks fan. That's one of the NFL teams that I like. Uh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm situated in Detroit, so I've been stuck with the Lions for some time. So you know, it really fucking sucks though sometimes because like there have been times in 2011 like they had that 10-6 record that nobody would have expected. They went 5-0 to start the season. So like I think at the end of that one we were like, oh man, they've really righted the ship after 0 and 16. Man, this is going to be a really good run of Lions seasons. And then the next season they went 4 and 12. the,
Oh,
the season after that they started 6-3 and then lost every one of their games. They lost 6 out of 7 uh, to lose the division lead when they had a real good chance to beat Chicago and Green Bay for it. And then in 2014, really strong team, 11 and 5, and then they got fucked in the playoffs against the Cowboys.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault; it's the referee's fault. Uh, But again, like it seemed like that, might be the start of a good thing going, because that was the start of the Caldwell era. The players were really responding to him as a coach. They started 0 and 7 the next year, and they made a really good comeback to finish 7 and 9. Uh, but that season ended up being a bust. They started 9-4 in 2016, and they did make the playoffs that year, but Stafford was injured. So they lost the last 4 games, including the game against the Seahawks, and then they went 9-7, missed the playoffs the next year, and then since the Patricia era, the Lions have really been a depressing story. So hopefully, the Campbell and Quinn. No, I don't think it's Bob Quinn anymore. I'm not sure who the general manager is. Hopefully, the current regime can turn things around and make the Lions a contender. I fucking hope so.
Yes,
That
their current head coach seems really passionate about what he's doing. Like he literally cried when the Lions got their first win this past season.
Yeah,
Like he
man.
just
Like
started crying.
Dan Campbell is the kind of coach that I think just it, like he seems like a player's coach. He seems like a coach that can connect with the community as well. Like a lot of people, even if they don't necessarily think that he's good at coaching football, still like his personality. So, and I think he's a positive for the team.
Absolutely. I sometimes feel bad for the because of the NFL team I root for because I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I declared them as my favorite team. Uh, I was still I guess a kid at that stage, and I had just like visited their practice facility, and I was like, you know what, my first time in an NFL city. I'm a claim this is my favorite team.
Y-
That
You
team is
know,
the Dallas Cowboys, and they happen to be the most hated team in the entirety of sports. So,
is that
I,
is that even popular opinion in your area, or are the Saints the more popular team?
I mean, there. I honestly have not met another Cowboys fan.
Hmm.
So, um, from what I've seen, there's literally a Denver Broncos fan across the street. So, like in Arkansas, I guess there's no like chosen team. It's just like what other people like. Because I work for a minor league football team, and everyone likes different team. Like there's like Chargers fans, Colts fans, Packers fans. Everyone has their own individual favorite team.
I would have figured
So
that the popular opinion over there would have been the Saints because of its proximity to Louisiana.
yeah, and I think the closest team, the at least the closest NFL market to my area is Dallas, uh, and with New Orleans being second, either New Orleans or Nashville. But yeah, I I honestly have never met another Cowboys fan. The only ones I really know are me and my dad. Uh, um, I have also never heard a Cowboys fan say, "quote This is our year" or "We are going to the Super Bowl." Uh, so I don't know where that comes from, but
It's kind of funny. Your story about how you became a Cowboys fan is very similar to how I became a Michigan fan.
oh,
I took a field trip. The last ever school field trip I ever took was to the University of Michigan to visit their Museum of Science. And I loved the campus and the atmosphere so much that I was like, okay, if I ever get the chance to go to college, I want to go to Michigan. Uh, so when I became a sports fan, that naturally transitioned into me being a fan of the Wolverines.
gotcha. That's cool.
I'm glad you think so.
Because like I've heard so many things like there was a joke when like a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh, the Alabama loses the national championship, Cowboys losing the wild card, and then there's like another, or like the Lakers are like winless in whatever month it was. Must be a hard time to be a Yankees fan. So I honestly don't get the a lot of fan stereotypes because for one, I never see him in almost any fan base, and for another, I myself, I wouldn't consider myself a bandwagon fan because I still love the Cowboys even though they suck. So I don't know. That stuff always. I wouldn't say it bothers me. It just more so annoys me.
Gotcha, gotcha. Uh, Goodness.
But I would think I have a valid reason for being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, you know, your state doesn't have a professional team in any sport, so
Right? Yeah.
like you have free reign to pick whoever the fuck you want, basically.
Right. And like kind of my rule is if I've been to the city and especially if I've been to the facilities, including like the stadium, I will instantly become a fan of the team. That's why I'm a Stars fan because I went to a Mavs game once in that arena. And since the Stars share that arena, fuck it, I'll be a fan of both teams.
Yeah, you are by and large a Dallas boy, but it's not like you live in a market that has, you know, a bunch of sports teams, and then for whatever reason you pick teams that are far and away from where you are.
I know so many people. Like I said, there's like my boss is a Packers fan, and I'm thinking like I've always wanted to ask him why. Like, have you even been to Wisconsin?
Yeah.
and
I mean, there always is cases where, say, you know, somebody may have grown up in an area, or like their, you know, their parents were a fan, and you know, and maybe they moved uh, to a different place or something. Who knows?
right, like yeah, like you said, this state doesn't really have any professional team with the exception of like two minor league baseball teams. That's the most professional you'll get around here.
Yeah,
Um, and I mean they're kind of changing that. Like I said, the minor league team I play for, our goal is to become professional in some way. There's a new professional basketball team making the rounds as well, but it is what it is.
yeah,
I love
certainly
how
do.
every time I'm on stream on a stream with you, it always the topic somehow goes back to sports every time.
Well,
I'm
I'm
sorry about that.
that's one of the biggest things about our friendship. So like,
I
you
guess
don't have
so.
to you don't have to feel bad about that at all.
I do draw away though a lot of people because
Oh, we've had it consistent throughout this stream, I feel. Uh,
well, Y Station there technically is a couple of professional teams in West Virginia. If you, I think in there's a couple of hockey teams. I think I don't know how many there are. There's I think I know there's one in a town called Wheeling. That's the Wheeling like Nailers or something. I bet there are probably some like pro teams in smaller leagues.
yeah, you'd have to look into the minor leagues. I know West Virginia doesn't have any professional like big league teams, and neither does uh, its neighboring Virginia. Uh,
Hmm.
so like yeah, that's a bit of a thing, I suppose. Like geographically speaking, where you are, I guess it would make the most sense to root either for Nashville or Carolina teams.
Right. I have heard though, like in those random discussions of like where a professional team should go. I have heard that some suggestions being Virginia Beach. Like, I guess that's a sort of a big market, but like obviously not as big as like Charlotte, North Carolina, or other bigger cities.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Virginia doesn't have one at all. Uh, but you know,
As I've said, it is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is. Uh, Speaking of a market though that absolutely shouldn't have a team, we mentioned them earlier, the Arizona Coyotes.
Dang.
Like, you know, it's like I'm so surprised that Bettman has been doing all that he fucking can to keep the team there when it is abundantly clear the fans don't give a shit about them unless if they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
even
is
then,
kind of sad.
that's like a kind of sort of thing because a lot of uh, fans of other teams will fill their arena sometimes.
Yeah,
They're legitimately thinking about playing in a 3,000 seat like small time university arena on a temporary basis. Like
really.
that is so below NHL standards.
I did not hear about this. Huh.
Yeah, like Gila River Arena doesn't want them anymore. Uh, so
Uh,
like the lease is to the end of the season, and they were like, okay, Coyotes, you have to the end of this season. You can play here, but next season, go fucking find somewhere else to do it.
ouch.
Yeah, like
Wow.
it it's a really sad, depressing story to be perfectly honest. But there's other places that they could move. You know, someone
Hmm.
like there's a perfectly acceptable arena in Kansas City, for instance. Uh,
There is.
yeah, that would keep them in the Western Conference and the Central Division. So that would
Hmm.
be like the easiest move. Quebec City, my God, deserves a fucking team. Uh,
Oh yeah.
and they've had an NHL capable arena for years. So that would certainly be an option.
Did the Coyotes used to be the Nordiques?
No, that's the Avalanche. The Coyotes used to be the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, but now the Jets are the Jets. So
Yeah, the Jets are the former Thrashers.
that's right.
Yeah.
That sucks even more. I don't even know. Like the whole relocation scene is such a mess because a lot of times teams have relocated from markets that obviously had a they had a good following in to markets that didn't that don't give a shit about them. Um, so that, I feel bad for places like Quebec and Atlanta in that respect.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Carolyn. We're doing Q&A right now. Uh,
Welcome to Sports Center.
yeah. Basically, Trip and I have been having a big sports conversation because questions have been kind of slow to come in. But if you got something that you want us to talk about or a question to ask or whatever, then this is the time to do that. If you're wondering about the picture, Canada won the gold medal in our Olympic simulation, and that's what's going on right now. We got Hockey Jet. We've joked that he's sponsored by Tim Hortons, and of course, there's the Canadian flag.
Also a burped national anthem.
Yeah, Trip burped over the national anthem, and he talked over it too.
I
And then I
I don't
talked over
remember
it,
at all.
and then I talked over it, responding to him. But yeah,
I,
that's the context here, Carolyn.
I honestly could not believe that you actually played the the national anthem.
I told you before the stream I had all three of them ready in case to play it for the winner.
The question that bears the question though. What would have you played if Europe won?
The European Union does have an anthem.
Oh,
Uh, and again, I like I said at the beginning of the stream, I know they don't represent all of Europe, but there was no single European country in the game that had a team. It was just all the European players on one, so it made the most sense, I think, to go with the Union's national anthem or anthem rather, not necessarily national. You get what I mean,
yes, I do. Um,
for certain.
ow! What happened to my ball? My ball's all the way on the other side of
Oh my.
the room now.
Uh, Carolyn, I'm doing pretty okay. Uh, and all that. Adventure Time Luke, thank you for the
Oh,
$1 donation.
dollar.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
$1.
Indeed. Uh, but yeah, Carolyn, today's been okay,
Very
as
cold
per
outside.
usual. Sorry, Trip, what was that?
Very cold outside.
Yeah, it is quite cold. Y Station says, I can hear Canadians in the background screaming, "How dare ye!"
Sorry, but not sorry.
I'm so fucking surprised that Josh hasn't come by.
Yeah, you told me that he was like he knew about this and was
Yeah,
probably gonna pop in.
I gave him foreknowledge that this stream was happening.
Wow. He's obviously not a very patriotic Canadian. This is the second hockey stream in a row where he hasn't showed.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I'm gonna have to take away his Tim's privileges. Very disappointed in him. A, a
Well,
very a very harsh punishment, I know, but it's got to be done. Has to be done.
well, you heard it, Josh.
No more Tim's run.
Well, I guess he didn't hear it because he's not here, but
He'll know when the time comes.
the statement's been made. He can't call himself a Canadian anymore.
What does he know?
He is a sovereign citizen. The Ministry of Citizenship in Canada has officially bestowed Josh's citizenship onto Jet the Hawk here.
Welcome to Canada. I can't even do that anymore.
I see we've gotten to the utterly ridiculous, stupid, silly portion of.
What do you mean? That's the best bit.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm not denying that one bit.
Gosh.
To answer Carolyn's question, Chip, how are you doing?
Oh, I have been doing pretty well here. I've been enjoying my double double. Unfortunately, due to the ice outside, I couldn't go drive in my car to get some Timbits. But I made sure when I went outside to dress accordingly, as you saw earlier, Skull.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's been snowing for like 70% of the country. There's just wild winter weather going on, and this motherfucker right here, uh, like he sends me a couple videos, and in the first video he reveals that he's been walking out in the snow in
It wasn't even snowing; it's been sleeting. Nothing but sleet.
yeah, and with the wind chill, it was 18 degrees outside. Uh, which is for anyone who might be watching in the Celsius areas is minus 7.7. Uh, so 18 fucking degrees outside. He's walking barefoot in shorts in the fucking snow. I live in a cold winter state and I wouldn't do that.
Needless to say, I wasn't out there for very long, but
Yeah, that was his first video, and then his second one was just about how his car is currently covered in the stuff.
mm-hmm.
I looked out in my parking lot outside my apartment here today, and it is just a sheet of snow, and a lot of it came by yesterday. Like at the start of yesterday, before I went to sleep, it had actually rained quite a bit, so like the snow was clear, it had melted, and then when I woke up yesterday, it was just again like a sheet of snow. It was caked in snow.
Yeah.
Crazy how the weather works.
I kind of wish it was snow down here, but no, all we have is just ice. Just pure ice.
Ah man, crazy. Uh, Carolyn asks, "That's really cold. Why would you do that to yourself?"
Because it's funny, okay? If it wasn't so windy, I probably would have stayed out there longer because my sister and one of her friends were sledding on a nearby hill. A part of me, I wanted to go out there, still barefoot, mind you, in shorts, and sled down the hill.
Oh,
But Like I can handle cold. I'm one of those motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm tough. I wear a t-shirt and no jacket when it's cold outside. Look at me. But when the when the wind picks up, that's when I'm like, nope. I hate it.
Goodness gracious. Y Station says, guys, I just looked out the window, saw a guy jogging in the rain in the middle of the night. I kid you not. That reminds me actually of a guy that when it was the dead middle of winter over in my area. It wasn't snowing or anything, but it was extremely cold. Like it was like 10 degrees or less, if I'm remembering correctly. So I was taking my walk up to the party store around the corner where I lived at the time, to get me some pizza and some drinks and shit. Uh, on the way there, I saw this guy jogging, and he had a jacket on, sure, but he was also in shorts, like in biker shorts too, so they were pretty short, lots of thigh. Uh, and so I saw him walking by, and the first time I saw him, I was too surprised to make a comment. But just so happened to be, I crossed paths with him again as I was walking back home, and as he passed by, I said, "You're a brave man," and he appreciated it.
That's gotta be kind of like spooky looking to see someone jogging by in the dead of night and even like the rain. That
I mean, people do night jogs.
yeah,
Like it would be a little better to do that at like the local park where there might be some lights, but
right. But in the dark like streets and all that where there's no street lights around, or
it's
even if there are, it's like those those eerie looking orange lights. You know the ones.
I guess you just got to get your jogs in there, and the weather, exercise halts for no weather. I guess for some people, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Remember, kids, you can tell your parents to buy a treadmill.
Katie says people have done that here in South Carolina during the cold weather and the snow. I don't doubt it. They're just people who can tolerate it a lot better than others. There are
Yeah,
people who fucking swim naked in like the ocean, in extremely freezing temperatures near the top of the globe. So
really.
yeah, there are some people, man, who just I have no idea how you'd be able to do that, but there are some people.
Yeah, even I wouldn't do that. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely nuts.
It's funny too. I don't think people like down here can tolerate it that much, but like I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't seen. It's not as common to see people wearing shorts down here during the cold because like when it gets down to like 50 degrees, that's when people start wearing jackets and stuff. But we're used to like really hot weather
Yeah,
down here, so I don't know. And there's a lot of people I've seen that's like that are really anti-winter weather, and it's not even like a safety thing. They just don't like it simply, I guess, because it's not common.
and I can understand that from like not being used to it.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I'd love the weather outside even more if it was snow and not ice.
And I live in a state that fluctuates. We get hot summers and we get cold winters, and they can go to either extreme here in Michigan. So I kind of know what it's like on both ends.
Yeah, we have to get lucky down here to have winters cold enough to have um, like consistent snow. Um, we the last time we had a lot of snow was last winter, like last February. Actually, we got like 2 weeks of like almost 12 inches. It was insane.
Crazy. Carolyn, Carolyn with why would you want to swim in the ocean, let alone naked? That just makes me uncomfortable to think about. Yeah, yeah, man. Especially, again in the Arctic, like near the top of the world, like it's so fucking cold. Why would you do that to yourself? But some people do it.
You don't know what kind of undiscovered species live in the Arctic as well, those
Yeah.
cold,
Uh,
cold waters.
Katie says, okay, so I was playing Pokemon Go and walked around this college, and I saw college dudes play football in short sleeve t-shirts and shorts, and it was really cold outside. Yeah, South Carolina, it's either hot one day or cold the next day. We get lucky when it snows. Like South Carolina is more in the fair weather area where it doesn't get like too cold, but it can get pretty hot. Uh, so like around the middle of the country, it's pretty fair. As far as your other thing there, uh, it doesn't sound like it would help at all, but being athletic and stuff actually does kind of help with distributing your body heat. So I'm sure they didn't feel all too cold while they were still like exercising and whatnot. As soon as they stopped, though, they were probably freezing their asses off.
True. I honestly hate trying to be like athletic or exercise in the cold because like when I start to have like a breathing pattern or something like that, my chest actually starts to hurt from how cold it is, and that's the worst.
Goddamn.
Like I want to exercise, but it's fucking cold and I'm in fucking pain.
Yeah, damn. Uh, Goodness gracious. Uh, there was another thought I was going to add to that. Oh, right, yeah. That's how like NFL players, for instance, some of them will still be in like the short sleeves, uh, even if it's the wintertime outside, because like their body's like, oh, okay, he's moving around and stuff, so we gotta like, make sure that the body heat's all even and shit. As soon as they're on the sidelines, they've got like a big ass coat around them.
Yeah, that's just how it be sometimes.
Indeedly doodly. So we've been on for a while, and I'm starting to get hungry. So I think we'll take like one more thing here, and then start wrapping it up.
Give us one more question. It better be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Please.
Indeed.
We gotta have one amazingly amazing question to go off on a bang here.
Yeah, you know, uh, give us a real cutting question there. I don't even know if that's a real term, but whatever.
Cutting question, yeah. Actually, you know what? While I still have time before I forget, I'm a self promote real quick.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead.
So I'm going to. I've been on hiatus for a while, but I am going to start streaming on Twitch again. I had taken a break just so I could stop. I was basically having some like mental issues, to say the least, and I wanted to take a break and actually, like recover.
Yeah, that's valid.
But I am regaining the inspiration to stream again, and I will probably be streaming as soon as tomorrow, maybe. It really depends on how I feel tomorrow, but I will drop the link right there. There is my Twitch channel, and if y'all would like to follow, go ahead. I currently have a milestone in mind that if I reach 100 followers, I will instantly stream Undertale. I have not played that game, nor have I really been exposed to it much. The most exposure to the game I've had was the song Megalovania, and that's about it. Um, so I don't really know much about the game. I'll be playing it blind, and I will also be have joined by a couple of friends to make it extra special as like a 100 follower celebration. Have them join me, and we will actually be dubbing all of the dialogue in the game
My God.
uh, just for funsies. So it's bound to be interesting stream to say the least. I already have a couple people in mind. I haven't really talked to them much about it yet, but I know there's some people on board with it. And all I know right now is going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, so there it is. Give Trip some love, guys, and whatnot. He deserves it.
hmm If I just need 100 followers, I'm actually at like 97, 98. So like
Oh my.
if I just need a couple more, and then I'll play Undertale like right from there.
Oh man. Yeah, he's close.
hmm
Uh, Wild Style was asking what my favorite or what our favorite Sonic Riders racetrack is, and I wouldn't be able to answer that because I've never played the game.
Uh, honestly, I don't remember the names of them because it's been about a year since I actually sat down and played the game. Like I don't own a copy yet. I really have. I could listen to the music and tell you, oh, that's the the city level or the forest track, but I don't remember the names. I do love the music though. Every single song in that game is a bop.
Yeah, the music is a bop, which is very standard for Sonic. It's good
Even
to
the
know that.
bad Sonic games have good
Yeah,
music.
honestly, like the worst one has one of the best soundtracks, '06. So
Yeah, which is actually hilarious. Have you seen any of the clips from my '06 playthrough?
I can't say that I have.
When this stream ends and you go get some food, I'm gonna sit here and show them to you because I was going through hell and back while playing that
I can imagine. Yeah.
game. But I still listen to the soundtrack sometimes because uh, it's really good music from a terrible game.
Hell yeah. Uh, oh, Wild Style. You know what? I remember seeing that in Clement's playthrough, Sega Carnival. That's a good one. It was filled with a bunch of nice references and stuff.
Is that a racetrack in Riders?
Yeah, in the original Riders, it's like basically like you go around and there's like different sections of like it's almost what like a real life Sega theme park would look like. So
Ooh.
there's like a Jet Set Radio section. There's a Space Channel 5 section. There's a Sonic section, of course. There's like Crazy Taxi, and there's like a bunch of cameos and stuff. Like if you like references just being shoved into one thing, the Sega one's a pretty good one. The Sega Carnival in Riders.
Well, damn.
Speaking of music in '06, Katie says, Dreams of an Absolution is my favorite song from the Sonic games. It's one of my personal favorites as well. It's definitely one of the best vocal tracks, especially in terms of character themes. I love the song so much. It has such a really, really nice feel to it and sound and all that.
I it's different for me now because before the my '06 playthrough, I was like, oh man, this song's pretty good. But when I started playing '06 and I first encountered Silver, I was let's just say his boss fight is very hard if you don't know how to beat him.
Yeah, like jumping is not recommended.
Mm, no, and it was if you watch the VOD of that stream where I first fight him, it was absolute chaos.
Oh God.
So um so I kind of grew a bit of a hatred for Silver during that playthrough. I don't actually hate the character. I just got really mad at him in the game
Hmm.
by being so difficult.
Well, goddamn. Wild Style also quite enjoys Dreams of an Absolution. It's a
Good
good
song.
ass song.
One of the few good songs with autotune.
I don't know. It's a very electronic song. The auto tune suits it.
Kind of yeah, it fits the era of like mid 2000s.
Yeah. They didn't like go super overboard with it or anything. They used it to a good amount, and it fits within the theme of the song.
Yeah, and in that respect, they did a good job of it.
Yeah. and then like all 48 versions of his world that are in the game.
Yeah, I especially my favorite is the results theme where it's just the acoustic guitar version of that
Yeah, that was
song.
that's like a nice, really calming sounding one.
It's yeah, it's very relaxing and I love it.
The only version of it I'm not really into is Crush 40. It seems like aside from All Hail Shadow, which they did the '06 version of that, I swear like I've never really liked any of their covers. Like they do great original songs, but like aside from All Hail Shadow, it seems like they like in my opinion they can't make a cover that sounds anywhere near as good as the original.
Hmm. Speaking of covers of video game songs, and it's not really Crush 40 related, but um, in the Mario and Sonic Olympic series, I think Sega does like most of the soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken.
Which would make sense because they developed the games.
They developed the game, yeah, and they actually make really good sounding covers of Nintendo music.
Hell
And
yeah.
I think that's really cool because you know, long time ago there were big time rivals. They
Yeah.
wanted to like beat the fuck out of each other, but the fact that they worked together on that game, and it's a Sega developed game with Nintendo characters in it and Nintendo music in it by Sega. I think it's awesome, and I might actually play one of the Winter Olympic games on stream soon. I like got the sudden jolt of inspiration for that.
Nice. Uh
Uh,
Carolyn says the zebra head version of his world is her favorite. But the thing about that is, do you like the more rock oriented version that they did, like basically the main version, or do you like the rap rock version? I
so
think,
many versions.
yeah, like both of those were done by Zebrahead, but I prefer the rap rock version. That's like my favorite version of his world from the game. But the original is obviously a classic for a reason. Uh, Y Station says there's so many good Sonic songs for me to pick a favorite, so I just say all of them. Yeah, I don't know like what my definitive all-time favorite singular Sonic song is, but I can definitely name you a bunch of them that I love.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think anyone really can pick a single favorite because they're all just so good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's obviously there's some good ones and there's like a very small few of bad ones, but there's not like one that I could definitive. I personally couldn't say that one is like my all-time favorite. Like, yes, I love this one, but because I guess Sonic games uh, have this like amazing history of having just iconic music and iconic sounds in the music,
yeah.
and it's I don't know. I could go on about the music of Sonic games.
Oh, same
I could start a college course on that. Just
for sure. Katie is recommending Nate Wants to Battles version of his world. But on that note, everybody, uh, it's getting really really apparent here with the hunger and everything. So
oh no.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to get going now to get me some food. So yeah, this was fun. Even though Canada won the gold medal here, I quite enjoyed this stream. It was a fun time. Thank you, Trip, for joining me once again.
Oh yeah, bud. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Uh, so yeah, Canada wins the gold medal here. We'll see if we do this again in 2026. Yeah, but the U.S. will get its revenge. But until then, on that note, I have been skull902.
I've been trip.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye
No,
bye.
I'll go get some Tims.
Bye bye.